Test, test. Perfect. What's going on, guys? So this is a weird video I'm making. I don't know what to call it. Maybe how CME cured my gas. Uh, so what's the backstory? Well, first off, I have been a big CME fan. I've collected a bunch of guitars from them. A couple of Masterbuilts. This is Eric Johnson Virginia, Masterbuilt by Carlos Lopez, and this is the Masterbuilt Brent Mason. Awesome axis. And this is Scala, vented Les Paul style Scala. Always been easy to buy guitars from them, super easy to talk to them. But unfortunately, my last purchase, I bought a Flying V from them, which was advertised as a one-piece Korina. And what happened was, when it arrived, it was not a one-piece Korina. So I paid a premium for that, and I had to return it because it was not as advertised. And I live in the Philippines, so every time I bring in a guitar, it costs about $500. But since the Flying V was an oversized box, it cost $600. And to send it back, I had to find a passenger to hand carry it back because for some reason the options of using the logistics companies here was not available. They didn't want to send an oversized box back. So I asked my freight forwarder if he had contacts here, and he found a passenger who was willing to hand carry it. The short of it was it cost me about $400 to ship back to LA, and from LA he shipped it back to Chicago, which cost him about $200. Either 201 or 199, something like that. What's the issue? So my issue here is that I took a hit for their mistake, and because my previous experience, I was okay with that. I was happy with CME service, and I felt that this was an honest mistake. But another mistake happened. So the second mistake, which I was not okay with, was um, when the guitar was on its way back from LA. When I sent it back from Manila to LA, and LA to Chicago, when I was in transit from LA to Chicago, um, the salesperson David told me he can send me a label, and I was like, "What's a label?" And I didn't know that in the States the way it works is if you're returning something, they send you a label back. So because of that, I ended up paying for that 200, and I asked him, "Hey, can't you guys cover this 200 that I spent to ship it back to you guys for your mistake?" And he said, "No, there's no. The policy is they have to send a label back." The second mistake was they failed to inform me that I had to go through that protocol because I went through a different shipper to send it back because I rarely send stuff to the States. Usually it's one way. Um, so they did try. They said, "Hey, can we give you 250 in-store credit for your next purchase?" And I countered. I said, "I'd rather you pay me back, but if you're gonna give me credit, to make it $400 worth of in-store credit, because that's still I won't get that $400 unless I spend on something again, and I'm already $1,000 in the hole. Well, 200, 1,200 if we are counting the domestic shipping. So I guess this is a downer of a video because I like CME, but this last experience with them where I felt that, hey man, I've given you almost $30,000 in business with just these three guitars, and including that Flying V, which was about 7 grand. That's over $30,000 in business, and that $200 that I was asking for, the domestic component, um, that's nothing. You could have made that back in commission next sale. I'm obviously a regular customer, and yeah. So I just wish things didn't turn out this way. What happened was David tried to elevate me to his manager Jonathan, but I emailed him back the facts. I showed him screenshots, and he just cold shouldered me and ghosted me. Yeah, as the millennials like to say. So yeah, this is my CME rant, or how CME has saved me from gas, at least for now. Being $1,200 in the hole. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Anyway, rock and roll, guys. It's all part of the journey of life, right? Ups and downs. So this is a down moment. Hope you guys are well. Cheers.